beautiful people. This is Agalita. Karibuni sana to my YouTube channel. Let's start this baking journey together. So let's grow together, guys. And karibuni sana. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment and click that notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you can be able to know. So, guys, karibuni sana. So today I want us to start with list of tools and equipments that I need in the baking class, in the baking sessions, because we're gonna making pretty of cakes. So guys, I want to talk about must-haves. So must-have number one that I'll be using is an oven. I have a home appliance, so I'll be using that one. I don't have that oven. The standalone oven. I have the home appliance, the one that comes with the four burner and the oven underneath. Yeah. So that is must have number one. Must have number two that it comes handy is this little guy here. It's called oven thermometer. So for let's say you're gonna bake a cake at 180 degrees Celsius. These home appliances sometimes they're not so accurate. So you're gonna place this one inside your oven. So when I'm baking at 180 degrees and I place it inside, this red hand is going to move up to where the 180 mark is. So be sure that you're making your cake at 180. So we're here for accurate temperatures, accurate baking styles, and yeah. So this is called a home and oven thermometer. It goes handy with the oven. So this is a must-have number two. Must-have number three that I'll be using this one. This is an electric mixer. So you can use an electric mixer, but if you don't have an electric mixer, you can always use a whisk. Sorry, mine is so fragile, so I can't use this one. But there are those big whisks, the aluminium ones. So you can use a whisk. If you don't have an electric mixer, you can use a whisk. So must-have number three that I'll be using in this baking expenditure is this one. These are my baking pans or baking molds. So this is what I'm gonna be using. This one I'm using for making breads because I'll be making bread. It's a silicone one. I'll be using breads, but you can also find an aluminium one. But me, I prefer this one. Though I'm also gonna buy the aluminium one so I can see the difference when you bake with the silicone one and the aluminium one. What's the difference? So this one basically will be for baking maybe small cakes. If I want that rectangular shape, and also baking breads. Okay, so that's number one. I also have these small ones, the aluminium ones. They are readily available on Jumakali. They are at least 6-inch diameter. These ones are ideal for baking, let's say like a half kg cake. Okay, so these are round one and the square one. The other ones, this is called a chiffon baking bowl or a chiffon baking pan. It also comes with aluminium one, but I prefer to use this one, but also get it so I can see the difference of how it comes out. So this is for baking chiffon cakes. So we'll be tackling that later. And also have this one. Okay, basically it's just for getting different shapes, different textures, different sizes of cakes. Nothing much, but they're all baking ones, okay? And then I have this one. Okay, I don't know the name of these ones, but they're just baking pans, But with these ones, when you're baking and maybe you have that liquid butter is when you mix your ingredients together. The end product is called cake butter. So when you have a cake butter that maybe is kind of so liquid kidogo, and then you don't want that cake to be messed up when you talk oven, so you can always use this one. So you just close it in America, put it in the oven. When you're done, you just open here and then you remove it. Yeah, you remove it and you're left with your cake right there. Okay. So it comes as a set of three. There's the heart one, the round one, and the square one. So that's it. The other pan that I'm gonna be using is this one. This is called a cupcake pan or a muffin pan. For cupcakes, we're using these cupcake papers. So you place them there, and then you put your butter there, and then you bake it. So this is a cupcake pan or a muffin pan, right? Then the other things that I'm gonna be using are balls. You're gonna need big balls, large balls, and you're also gonna need small bowls. Maybe for putting things like margarine or butter, oil, cracking your eggs, and stuff like that. I'll also be using this friend of mine over here. It's called a kitchen digital scale. So we're not gonna be using cups. Like I say, put 1 cup of flour. No, we're gonna be using this one. So we'll be speaking language. We'll be speaking the ground language. So we'll be using this one. So this one basically, if you want 100 grams of flour, so we're gonna use this one. So I'll show you guys in the next video how to use a digital scale. It's around 500 shilling, so don't sell it. Kamukonji, it's there. Hey, this is a cake decorator. So we need these when you're decorating your cake. So these are nozzles. You can also buy them separately. You don't have to buy them as a pack. So these are nozzles. These are piping bag, and these are palette knife, and there's a brush. So the purpose of this brush here, or this one, you can also buy it separately, is for greasing the pan. So like when you want to bake, you have to grease your pan so that your butter your cake doesn't stick. So mostly you'll be using this one to be spreading your oil. Okay, so that's it. Uh, the other item or tool or equipment that I'm gonna be using are these white fellas over here. These ones are called standard measuring cups, and these other guys are called standard measuring spoons. So we want to measure our baking powder. We can always use this one. So maybe for example, we want half teaspoon. So you just take this one, you put your baking powder, and you get your half teaspoon of baking powder. So they are called standard measuring sets. They come as a package. It's around 500 as well. They're really available in those baking accessories shops. Yeah, you can find them there. Okay. I'm gonna be using this one. This is a liter jug, maybe for measuring milk, but mostly I'll be using this one for almost all my ingredients, be it water, be it milk, but I'm not gonna be using milk water. Okay, guys. And these are cupcake cups and sieve. These are sieve. We'll be sifting our flour, our dry ingredients. Those are flour, baking powder, salt. We'll be sifting. Okay. We sift for aeration, so you'll be sifting. So the mashup it's around 200 shillings. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. So can you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? Let's grow together. Oh, oh, oh.